What is going on, guys? Nice gloomy day here in Miami, but hey, that's not going to stop us from the grind. So look, you have your store, got your products all set up on your page, everything looks all nice. Now your next step is to try to figure out, how do I get my product out there? How do I start advertising? How do I do what the other stores are doing? I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a few insider tips that are really effective when it comes to advertising, the routes you should go down to when you first start advertising, just to kind of give you guys the upper hand in this business here, okay? So there's a multitude of different platforms that you guys can actually go off of when it comes to advertising. You have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Google. There's a lot out there, guys, that you guys can actually utilize when it comes to running ads, but the main ones you typically want to focus on, well, that I focus on the most, and that I actually recommend that you guys focus on, is going to be Facebook, Google, and Instagram. So, like I said, your store's up and running, you're ready to run some ads. Typically, when I'm first starting out any product, I'm going to go ahead and start with Facebook advertising. That way you can play with your dollar amount, target your audience really specifically, and see exactly what you're going to get out of advertising this product. And I'll actually make a separate video breaking down that process for you guys as well, just to give you guys a bit more detail on what it looks like, the process it goes through, and really how simple it is, guys. When it comes to Instagram, I'll explain to you guys really how simple it is to go ahead and promote your product as well. So I'll give you an example. Say, for instance, you find a page on Instagram that's a space page. And when I say space, I mean like the galaxy. They post pictures of like the stars, planets, the Milky Way, things like that. Now, what you guys could do in reference to this, say, space page is find a product, find any supplier who's selling a product that's, say, we'll say like a solar system bracelet. A bracelet that has maybe the planets on it. And I'll give you guys visuals in another video actually showing you guys through this process as well. But let's say we have a bracelet that has a solar system on it. You're gonna reach out to that space page, and mind you, you wanna take a look at how many followers they have, and you wanna take a look at their activity. You're gonna wanna also make sure that their activity consists of active followers, because you can have a big page but have a lot of inactive followers or bots, and you kind of don't want to reach out to pages like that because your product's not going to get anywhere. So you want to make sure the page is definitely active and running. They post often, they get a lot of likes on their pictures, they get a lot of comments. You just want to make sure it's an active page. So like I said, you would reach out to them and you say, hey, I want to run an ad on your page. You would negotiate a price with them, whatever their offer is to you. And then they'll go ahead and run that ad on their page for 24 hours, showing off that solar system bracelet that you are trying to drop ship. That's really a big way a lot of people advertise on Instagram, is through influencers. So like I said, an influencer is going to be someone who has a huge following base. They're active, they get a lot of engagement on each post. That's something you're definitely going to want to keep an eye out for when looking for an influencer or switching to a new influencer. And like I mentioned in a previous video, you don't want to put too much time into a saturated influencer, because your post is only going to get so much activity after a while, which is why some influencers only post for 24 hours. And then maybe you'll find a different influencer in the same niche, whatever you call it, and then run ads on their page. So that's really the gist of how Instagram influencers work, and it's a really great way to get your product out there to a lot of people. And then you have what is known as Google AdWords. This is how you're gonna run your Google ads. And basically how this whole thing works is it goes by keywords. So just an example, like if you're on Google typing in blue shoes, customer types in blue shoes because, well, they're looking for a blue pair of shoes. Now that's gonna give you the opportunity to insert your ad, so that way when they type in blue shoes or whatever keywords that you actually buy from Google, is going to be what comes up. Your ad is going to be what comes up actually when they type in those specific keywords, which is the great thing about Google, because you can also test a lot of keywords and phrases to see what brings the most traffic to your website, to your ad, or whatever you're putting on there. It's a great way to actually see what drives the most traffic. You can go about adjusting the time of day you put the ad out, the time you put the ad out, duration, just kind of like Facebook ads, what I was explaining earlier about how you can really customize where your ad is and how many people it reaches. You can do the US only, you can do the entire world, depending on how you have your shipping set up. It's a great way to really get your product out there, guys. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a visual in a separate video to kind of give you guys a bit more detail. But that's basically how Google ads work. You pay for keywords. People type in the keywords in Google, your ad's gonna be the one that pops up depending on what keywords you pick and what they type in. So definitely play around with that, guys. And those are really the three best ways to actually start off with your advertising. Like I said, start with Facebook. Play around with that. It doesn't take a lot of money to really start Facebook ads. It runs by day or however you decide to run them. But all these, Facebook, Instagram, Google, of course you're gonna have to put money into each of them, but hey, you wanna get your product out there, right? Totally worth it. Real simple stuff here, guys. Take this and apply it. Everything that you're learning online about e-com and drop shipping, apply it. Watch what happens. Come on, guys. Aren't you hungry out here? Let's get it.